The late Harold Flack passed away performing his only remaining earthly possessions, his jokes, on stage, now up for sale during this memorial estate sale. And he hoped you wouldn't forget him no matter how hard you try, and that you'll miss him every time you load, aim, and shoot, which, since he's now at rest under 6 feet of dirt, should be easy. Let's have a second silence in forgetting him. And the state rules are that all sales are like his most recent performance final unless exchanged for other merchandise of equal or greater value with the difference in cost payable to the deceased estate. Custom arrangements of purchased merchandise into monologue formats cost an additional charge. And neither the estate nor its executor are responsible for any damage or defective purchased merchandise of the estate sale. And the deceased consider them the Stradivarius of humor, the more they're performed in rehearsal and performance, extending through a long time span. The better they'll sound to collectors, specifically those employed at collection agencies, who will recognize the value of these worthless, priceless jokes. And now, on with the estate sale. I went to a fire safety shop named Pavlov's. Inside the shop, a sign on its counter read, "Ring bell for service," so I did, and saliva drooled out of its ceiling's fire extinguishing sprinkler head. That goes for $21. Total asteroid of an interstellar galactic sheriff evicted the moon from the 7th house, leaving a lack of reference point for Jupiter to align itself with Mars, canceling the schedule for Aquarius age to dawn. And since the eviction broke the lease that let them occupy the 7th house, New Age astrologers want to double their deposit back as their refunds. That one goes for $19. I received 2 weather temperature thermometers, and the weather had the chills one day and the fever the next, so I made sure the weather got plenty of fluids, vitamin pills, chicken soup, NyQuil. But I felt the weather and needed to visit a specialist, so I made an appointment for the weather to be examined by a meteorologist. And he just said, "Oh, nothing serious, the weather's just feeling under itself." And forecasters got laid off from their jobs temporarily. This goes for $24. A vampire busts a mirror so that no one notices the lack of reflection missing in the mirror, but then he acquires 7 years of bad luck. The blood bank sees the casket as collateral for not repaying borrowed loans. And the vampire is attacked as prey by people diagnosed with pernicious anemia. Health insurance rejected a claim for payment to a dentist for placing a latex cap on one of the vampire's chipped fangs. Vampire's flesh burned to ashes in the presence of sunflowers. He turned into a mist, but then he was inhaled by a vacuum cleaner. When the vacuum cleaner was opened to remove the full bag, the vampire's mist seeped out and then turned back into human form. And the person who opened the vacuum cleaner said, "Oh, now I get 3 wishes for releasing a genie out." That one goes for $22. Once my nostrils lost their sense of smell, and a New Age spiritualist healer prescribed aromatherapy. After I displayed symptoms of going deaf, the New Age spiritualist prescribed music therapy, but he drew the line at massage therapy when he showed symptoms of leprosy. Other people wore contact lenses, he wore Tristan lenses. Now his eyes don't sneeze, but his nostrils still have lousy vision. And that one goes for $19. And the New Age healers and spiritualists use quartz crystals. He used pints and gallons crystals. He diagnosed himself with a caffeine deficiency, so then he used Folger's crystals. Certain people got a new lease on life, and he just got an old used subprime mortgage on existence and survival. And received an offer to sign a renovated rental contract on near-death, out-of-body experiences. That one goes for a discount $17. I knew an ultra-capitalist